because that's not fun for anyone. It's not fun for the person playing split as Sage, and it's not fun for the people playing against her. So like, it needs to be out of the game, in my opinion.
Like, for example, one of the discussion points is the idea of Sage and how Sage gets changed, because there has been this expression of, I guess, just general dissatisfaction with Sage's impact on the game and how the impact is. It's almost a negative thing. I think, you were talking in the pre-show, Sean, about Sage and how just she makes games boring, because you have to default out utility on a map like Split was the example that you used.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that Sage literally breaks Split, right? Everyone knows that plays Split that you're going to find Sage in mid, and she's going to put up a wall, and then you're going to bleed both of her slows out of her, and you just like can't do anything until that utility's gone. If you hit the A site when the wall's up, you're probably going to run into 4 people because they could just rotate through ropes and pretty much beat you to the site, right? So you have to go mid and break the wall, which is so annoying. And then once you break the wall, you're going to get slowed. So like if you're in mid, you can't really do anything, because if you're in slow, you could get naded, you can get mollied. You're like very vulnerable if you're in this slow in mid. So you're then back in mid. And she just literally stalls out the round by a minute every single round on Split. So without a Sage, you really notice like the flow of the map is a lot different. And I think they're going to try to attack that in her next patch, because that's not fun for anyone. It's not fun for the person playing Split as Sage, and it's not fun for the people playing against her. So like, it needs to be out of the game, in my opinion. I just don't know how you do it without ruining the agent.
Yeah, what is your take on this, Mike? Like, just the whole Sage thing.
On the topic of Split, I love playing against Sage on like mid Split, because every time I just run out mid on attack side, drop a stim beacon, shoot down the wall, I'm smoking off vents, I'm just running at them in heaven like every time. But like, I'm trying to convince people to just like work with me when I play Split, because normally I play A as Brim, and it's like I can smoke from A heaven all the way to your mid. So if you need a smoke, I can smoke for you, and then you can save your wall rather than insta wall, breaks in 10 seconds, slows. I would rather see like Sages, like we've been talking about before, using boost, but like we were talking before the show, some of these maps, there's just not really any good boost for Sage to use her wall on, or the parts that she's most valuable to play at.